There is a real stupid update going on Twitter right now, and yes, I said Twitter, not Roblox. For the first time ever, or for like the first time in the history of this channel at least, we are talking about a very, very bad update that has nothing to do with the Roblox. It's actually about Twitter, it's happening entirely on Twitter. Or when I say it's nothing to do with Roblox, it actually did start affecting the Roblox community, so I was like, okay, this is my chance to jump on this and also talk about this and use the Roblox community also struggling in this as an excuse to make a video and talk about it, so let's just talk about it. Before I forget, please make sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and very quickly, please join my Discord server. The invite code is ChloeGames and there's a link in the pinned comment. You know, this entire situation and the way that it was handled actually makes Roblox and the way that they do updates seem very, very good, seem impeccable, and seem almost perfect. And for the fact that Roblox never tells us anything, they very rarely communicate with us, how are you going to release an update that's so bad and handle it so bad to a point where you make something like Roblox seem perfect? Basically, this guy, I mean, should we censor his name just so that nobody gets scared? You know, like a trigger warning? I don't know, whatever. This guy, the new Twitter guy, Mr. Bird guy, I'm not saying his name. To address extreme levels of data scraping and system manipulation, we've applied the following temporary limits. And when I tell you that this update was actually just used to cover up something that went wrong at Twitter, like this update never even existed, you need to believe me, because I know that that sounds insane, but that's truly what happened. But basically, because of what he was saying was data scraping and system manipulation, whatever that means, the temporary limits that were applied to Twitter accounts were the verified accounts were limited to reading 6,000 posts a day. So basically, if you have a verified account and you scroll through Twitter, if you scroll enough to a point that you have seen 6,000 tweets, whether you interact with them or not, all you have to do is see them. They have to be there on your timeline. That's it. Like, Twitter just stops working. Like, it doesn't load anything for you. It doesn't let you tweet or anything like that. Nothing happens. If you have scrolled past 6,000 tweets in one day as a verified account, that's it. Twitter stops working until the next day, which doesn't sound that bad. Like 6,000 is not that big of a deal. Like you could probably survive with 6,000 tweets a day, but unverified accounts were limited to 600, and then even worse than that, new unverified accounts were limited to 300 a day. So basically, if you create an account on Twitter right now, you were to scroll through 300 tweets, that's it. Twitter stops working until the next day, and that was the entire update. However, when I tell you that this entire update just probably never even existed, he basically used it and made this update up to cover up something that went wrong on Twitter instead of just admitting that something went wrong. So basically, I'm just gonna use some of the information that I sent in my Discord server because of some of the stuff that I was seeing. Like, everybody was freaking out about this and saying that, you know, their entire Twitter was just disappearing, and that entire day that that update supposedly happened, I could barely use Twitter whatsoever. No matter what I did on Twitter, whether I tried to like a tweet, retweet a tweet, nothing was happening. And then even sometimes when I tried to load a page, it just wasn't working. It told me that I reached some kind of rate limit and that I had to wait until the next day, so I assumed that that was part of the factor that we could only see 600 posts a day. But apparently some software engineer experts or something said Twitter was DDoSed and he just lied about some update that doesn't exist, which is actually hilarious. As we scroll a little bit further through his profile, he eventually said that the limits would increase to 8,000 for verified, 800 for unverified, and 400 for unverified, and then a little bit later he said it was increased again to 10,000, 1,000, and 500. And that is so funny because the next thing that I said in my Discord server was that he would probably just keep tweeting about the rate limit increasing until the DDoS stops, and he's like, okay, fine, unlimited rate again, which at the moment, as we are speaking, as I'm making this video, I'm pretty sure it's unlimited again. Like, you can use Twitter without those restrictions now, which is exactly what I said would happen, that he would keep tweeting about the rate increasing until Twitter was safe and he could say, okay, I removed the restrictions. Like, instead of just admitting that something went wrong, it's really not that big of a deal. But like I said, this was also affecting the Roblox community because even accounts like Bloxy News were receiving this rate limit, which is insane to think about because when it stops you tweeting and you have an account like Bloxy News, what are you supposed to do at that point? But they said Roblox just released this massive update. Check out this image to learn more. And the image is literally just rate limit exceeded. Please wait a few moments, then try again. So yeah, at the moment, I don't want to jinx anything or anything like that, but I do think that the limits were just removed. He hasn't said anything about it, but it really doesn't seem like they are there anymore. And to be honest with you, I would probably say that he never will say anything about this again, considering so many people are now believing that there was some kind of attack on Twitter and he made up this fake update to cover it up instead of just saying, look, something is wrong with Twitter right now, we're gonna fix it. Now that it's stopped, the restrictions are gone, the limits are gone. I mean, nothing will probably ever be said about this ever again, and just like that, it's already over. So please, the comments is the place to go. Tell me what you guys think about this very stupid Twitter update, which apparently wasn't even an update to begin with. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.